Well, well, hello everyone. I'm Jim Crawford, and welcome to This Week with Jim Crawford. Today on the show, we're going to talk about the news. So, today we're talking about the news. Now, when there's a news story on television, it's more important that you pay attention with everything that goes on. But if you're not a news person, you still need to find out what's happening in your area of your home state of the US or anywhere around the world. So for that reason, it brings us to this. Not that many people are interested in the news. Which brings us to the point where news can happen, but you don't pay attention to it. It's a perfect example. It's a perfect example of how the news can spread across the country. From newspapers to television to the radio, it's all news. All of it. Get it? So from our point of standing, the point is that the news can happen at any time. So for that reason, the news can happen, and it can stay that way. It's a perfect example, like I said, it's a perfect example of how the news can spread across countries. All 7 continents of the world share the news. But you see, the news is more important. But if you don't read the news, how are you going to know what's happening if you're not with the news program? It all comes down to one thing. If by so chance it happens to spread, and all of a sudden everyone's talking about the same thing, well, you're out of luck. You may not be familiar with this. It comes it comes to the fact that the news, well, is everywhere. It's everywhere in the world around us. But like I said, not that many people like the news anyway. One person's idea of the news, well, it's not that point. It's like I said earlier, the news can spread, but there's only one way to point this out. There's only one way to point this out. You go with the story, and all of a sudden, everyone talks about the same thing. There are news reports out there. There are news reports out there, even on scene. A car crash scene, people are dying. It's on the news. And what do we expect? We expect that we expect that we expect that everyone doesn't exactly share the whole story. It's all down there. It's all down to the story that the news can spread in any way. What happens? Well, like I said, we talk about the same thing. If I were a news reporter, I would not tell the same story twice. It doesn't matter anymore, the way you can expect. Alright, let's check the time now. It's 3:54 p.m. Central Time, March 13th, 2016. I am going to remind you on this one, when we do go to commercial break, we're going to take a commercial break for 5 minutes. And only 5 minutes. We're back after this in 5 minutes. Welcome back. Alright, our next topic is entertainment. Now, how many of you are entertainers? You probably think that not that many people are entertainers, but we all love entertainment. That's the whole point. That's the whole point there. You see, not that many people have television. Because they can't afford it. But if you know someone who doesn't have television, get them television. If you know someone in your family who doesn't have a TV, get them a TV. So that they can catch up on what they're missing. If you don't have TV, you're missing out. It's like I said before. Some people live without TV. You know what happens then? Well, what happens is you could be stuck without television, and then you won't be able to know what you're watching because you won't have it. We all want TV these days. Back then, there wasn't any television or radio. Not even the internet. Not even the internet. So, if you want television, get it. Get the internet, get the TV, get the radio, and enjoy your entertainment. That's the whole point there. So our next question goes to this. What would you do without TV if you didn't have it? What could you possibly do without TV if you didn't have it? Well, this comes to our story, and it is part of the plan. So we ask our viewers, what would you do without TV if you didn't have television? You think about this. Just think about it. If you didn't have TV, you could possibly, really, you could possibly be screwed without TV. Not very smart. It's not smart, but some people deal without TV. Just think about what you've been missing. And we'll see where it goes from there. Alright, time for a commercial break. We're coming back in 5 minutes. Welcome back. Welcome back. Alright. This is the show this week with Jim Crawford. Episode 1, March 15th, 2016. I'm your host, Jim Crawford, and I'm the owner of this program. We've been through 2 topics already, the news and then television. And while we are at it, I don't think we have time for any video clips. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a real quick topic. So no YouTube clips today because, well, you probably noticed something. We started a bit late by a minute. We were supposed to start at 3:45 p.m. Central Time. Fortunately, we started at 3:46, not 3:45. So, as that. Alright, real quickly, I want to get on with our topic. We're going to talk about programming. It's the opposite of entertainment and television. Programming is what you can do on a computer or what you watch on TV. But there's other ways to do it. You can even make your own YouTube videos like I've been doing. I've been making several YouTube videos on several YouTube accounts. I have about 15, 16, and 17 YouTube accounts. So I have 15, 16, and 17 YouTube accounts on YouTube. Just think of what you can do. Think of what you can do with your time. And think about what you can do with your spare time on almost anything. So, it comes to this. If you can't find any programming on television, either use the internet or make your own. That's where it starts from there. And that's where it comes in handy. Programming, entertainment, television, internet, YouTube, it's all there. It's all there. Just think. Just think of what you can do. With your spare time, you can do almost anything. And just think. Make your own programming? You could be a programming expert. Don't tell your friends I said that. Keep that secret. Alright, that's it for now. I'm Jim Crawford. Thank you for watching This Week with Jim Crawford. And we are going to be signing off right now, so thank you all for watching. Have a great, excellent Sunday, and I'll see you another time.